for tuning us in and making us a part of your day. Special hello to my family listening at home around the Christmas tree, and I know yours probably doing the same thing, Mr. Ash.
Oh, yes. It's Mike, you know as well as I do, we have wonderful wives and a wonderful families, and it's a basketball season. Even though we really enjoy the season, it's definitely hard on our wives and our families because we are gone quite a bit. But I know Amber and Mandy do a great job allowing us to do this. We really enjoy it, and they do a wonderful job taking care of our kids during the basketball season. So hats off to both of our families at home.
Hear, hear. All right, both teams in their huddles, and the starting lineups about to be introduced here today.
14 Forum Tip-Off Classic. Our first game today features the Vikings of Barr-Reeve High School versus the Blazers of Marquette. This time, let's meet the starters and coach for both schools. First, for the visitors, or the guests on the scoreboard, the Blazers of Marquette Catholic High School. A 6-foot senior, number 3, Braxton Miller. 6'2" senior, number 4, Malcolm Reed. A 5'10" junior, number 13, Kyron Miller. 6'3" senior, number 25, Javante Deals. And a 6'8" senior, number 44, Ryan Tazikas. Head coach is Donovan Garlitz. And for the home team on the scoreboard, Vikings at Barr-Reeve High School. A 6-foot senior, 14, Seth Schwarzentrooper. A 6'1" junior, 24, Logan James. 6'5", senior, 32, Duncan Roy. Sophomore at 6'2", 40, Jonathan Walker. And 6'5", senior, 22, Edson Wagler. Head coach is Brian Hughes.
And maybe a little bit of that, too. All right, tip's going to be up. Fazekas and Duncan Roy. And Fazekas going to tap it out of bounds. Barr-Reeve going to have first possession of the game.
Fazekas got up a little higher than Duncan there, but just kind of was a little strong on tipping it over to the sideline.
All right, Barr-Reeve in the backcourt. Seth Schwarzentrooper with the basketball. Schwarzentrooper guarded by Braxton Miller. Dribble handoff to Logan James. There's that pressure defense right away from Michigan City Marquette. Logan with it out top. Duncan Roy, Seth Schwarzentrooper has it on the left side. Logan James now top of the key. Back to Seth, looking inside to Addison. Addison double teamed immediately. Need to send a cutter. Duncan Roy has it into the corner. Jonathan Walker going to set for three. It's no good. Rebounded by Javante Peels. Almost picked off in the backcourt, and there it is. Logan James has it. Bounce pass down to Walker. Walker, Duncan Roy has it. 10-footer, got it. Barr-Reeve with a quick 2-0 lead.
Mike, you can see right away the defensive pressure that you were going to see from Michigan City Marquette. Barr-Reeve is going to have to do a great job moving the basketball, meeting their passes.
There's a 2-3 zone from Barr-Reeve right off the bat. And Fazekas kind of over on the left side. Marquette going to go down right away, and off the glass and good right off the bat is Malcolm Reed. So we are tied at 2. Marquette, some full court pressure. It's just man-to-man. Logan James has it now. Logan with it, bounces it over to Seth. Out to Duncan Roy. Down in the post to Addison Wagler. Addison's going to turn. 5-footer, good. 4-2 Barr-Reeve.
That's a good early sign to see Addison. He had such a great game up at Indianapolis last year, and it's good to get him established early.
So there's Marquette, and a wild shot going to be missed by Malcolm Reed, and that tip in was going to be, that was Javante Peels there to lay it in, so it's 4-4. Duncan Roy with it. Roy out to Seth Schwartzentruber. Ball's going to be tapped out of bounds by Marquette. And Marquette really, really getting out into the passing lanes here early.
Yeah, it's going to be important for Barr-Reeve to weather this early storm. Like we've said before, this athleticism you just don't see very often on Barr-Reeve's schedule. Just being able to weather this first quarter storm, the first few minutes, and get settled in.
Logan James has the basketball, down to Addison. Addison goes down on the baseline. His shot's going to be blocked. Gets his own rebound, lays it in. Addison just stuck with it. Outfought Michigan City right there, lays it in. 6-4, so both teams have scored on all of their possessions thus far. There's Fazekas going down, 15-footer on the baseline, got this one. He hasn't missed a shot since we played him last.
No, that was a nice move, Mike. That's why that's why he's going to a Division I school.
Vikings on the run. Duncan Roy has it in the corner. Addison's got it in the high post. Addison goes down, 10-footer, got it. 8-6, Barr-Reeve, and the start here is fast and furious, 2.5 minutes into this game.
Yeah, both teams, they're not going to be happy with how they've started defensively, but
long three from Marquette, no good. Seth Schwartzentruber with the rebound, and we've got a 2-on-1. Seth's layup going to be blocked by Fazekas, and here comes Marquette in the backcourt, going to be tapped away for a minute by Logan, and here comes Fazekas with it, running it out. Three going to be put up by Marquette, no good. That's Braxton Miller. Jonathan Walker with the rebound, and Barr-Reeve with a good early pace. Addison Wagler now on the left block, working, spinning, baseline jumper, no good. And rebound pulled away by Marquette. Here comes Fazekas. He wants to run with it. Into the backcourt. Three going to be put up by Marquette, no good. That was attempted by Peels. Coach Hughes says, hang on a second here. Let's run a set and let's get this back at our pace for just a second.
I don't think Barr-Reeve's going to mind Marquette taking those three-point shots. The first few buckets they've got inside against Barr-Reeve's zone, got in the middle, and got some easy ones.
And Seth Schwartzentruber going to be fouled by Malcolm Reed, slapping across the body. It's going to be the first foul whistled on anybody here this afternoon.
Yeah, just a little aggressive by Reed there. Instead of hedging the ball screen, Reed just came across and slapped across the body.
Logan James with the basketball in the backcourt. 8-6 Barr-Reeve, 4 minutes, 20 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Logan with it, standing in the center circle. Bounces it down to Duncan Roy in the corner. Seth Schwartzentruber in the left corner now. Barr-Reeve just reversing the basketball here side to side. Duncan had it for a second. Can't quite pull the trigger. And Jonathan Walker trying to hit a cutting Logan James. And Logan was trying to curl, and Jonathan thought he was flaring. And the pass is going to be out of bounds. Turnover on Barr-Reeve.
A couple subs in the game here, Mike. Ethan Duncan for Barr-Reeve and Connor Schwartzentruber for Barr-Reeve. Two seniors.
Duncan Roy and Jonathan Walker take a seat. 8-6 Vikings. Looks like Barr-Reeve. Have we gone man-to-man here, Coach Ash?
Looks like we've got a man-to-man here.
And right down the lane goes Marquette. Layup is no good by Peels, and here comes Logan James looking to run it. Ethan Duncan out on the left side now. Ethan skips it over. Seth Schwartzentruber wide open for three. It's going to be no good. Ball's going to be tapped up. Tapped up again. Logan James runs it down. Tapped out of bounds by Marquette, and Barr-Reeve will control it. So Barr-Reeve with some opportunities here early to stretch this 2-point lead. Just haven't got a bucket to go.
No, they've got some good looks, Mike, and they just haven't went down. But, you have to be encouraged early on. Barr-Reeve's taking care of the basketball, getting decent shots.
Connor Schwartzentruber, Ethan Duncan now on the left baseline. Out to Logan. Logan out top. Connor Schwartzentruber. Logan James gets the ball screen down to Addison. Addison working on Fazekas. Goes up over everybody. Got it. 5-footer is good. 10-6 Barr-Reeve by 4.
Addison Wagler been very impressive starting this first quarter. He has 8 points now, Mike.
Marquette with the basketball. There's Fazekas. He's going to fire a long three. Got it again. 10-9 Barr-Reeve.
Yeah, Mike, and that was a pretty deep three. there's not a lot you can do with that. 6'8" kid shooting a couple feet behind the line. And Barr-Reeve just got to continue to mark him whenever he's out on the perimeter.
Addison Wagler with a little bit of a wild shot right there. Coach Hughes wanted a foul. Here comes Marquette with it. Peel's going to spin, lay it in. 11-10 Marquette with the lead. 2:28 left here in the first quarter.
Yeah, a very important couple minutes here for Barr-Reeve.
Connor Schwartzentruber, a little shot fake, no good. Ethan Duncan grabbed the rebound for a second. Here comes Marquette, and they're out on the run, and this one's going to be a dunk. And Fazekas slams it home. 13-10 Marquette now by 3. Coach Hughes wants a timeout. It's going to be a 30-second timeout. We're going to go ahead and keep it right here. 2:08 left first quarter. Marquette on top by 3. It's actually going to be a full timeout. We'll go ahead and take one, too. 13-10, 2:08 left first quarter on the JJ's Concrete scoreboard. Back to South Florida High School after this 1-minute timeout.
I think he could miss a shot. We're going to have to make some. That's how we stayed in it last year.
Yep.
Please visit our information table located on the second floor for a tasting treat and details on
How many turnovers do we have? A couple, maybe?
Yeah. We'll find out when they get us our stats.
So good.
the northeast corner.
Their baskets just come so much easier.
I know.
Oh, no.
Back at Southport, Barr-Reeve with the basketball, trailing by 3. Logan James out to Connor Schwartzentruber. Connor's got it, top of the key. Jalen Graber down to Connor. Connor's shot's going to be blocked. Pulled away by Marquette. Fazekas fires another 3, got it again. 16-10 now. Barr-Reeve now trails by 6. That is a 10-0 Marquette run.
Yeah, and that's Fazekas' 10 points, 10th point as well, Mike.
And Smallwood going to step in and almost pick off a pass. And Coach Hughes is really in the officials right here. They're going to get a foul on Marquette.
Mike, they're really letting them play, and that definitely is not to Barr-Reeve's advantage right now. Marquette's being very aggressive defensively, and if they're going to kind of bump our ball handlers and the hand check, that's going to be tough for Barr-Reeve.
Duncan Roy checking back in. Connor Schwartzentruber going to sit down. 16-10, Marquette by 6 here. Minute 25 left in the opening quarter. And Logan James going to have it tapped away from behind, and here comes Marquette with the basketball. And after a decent start, Marquette now they are going to throw it away, kind of an unforced turnover. Fazekas looking for a cutter. It's going to go out of bounds. And Barr-Reeve just having trouble getting the basketball in bounds. On the floor, Marquette picks it up. Smallwood going to lay it up and lay it in. 18-10. Marquette with a 12-0 run.
This is the pace that Marquette wants. Barr-Reeve's just got to take their time, settle down, try to take care of the basketball, and get good shots here.
Ethan Duncan has it. Out high. Logan James now with it. Logan James slips through, down to Addison Wagler. Addison going to be fouled and go to the free throw line to shoot 2. It's going to be the 3rd foul whistled on Marquette. So Addison going to try to end this 12-0 Marquette run. So Addison at the free throw line. First free throw's up. Got it. Today's game brought to you by Chuckles Convenience Stores, fast, convenient, and always open. Also by the Washington Chrysler Center. No games, simply the best deals at Washington Chrysler.
It's an important 48 seconds, Mike. It'd be nice if Barr-Reeve can get a stop on the defensive end here and maybe get another opportunity at a shot.
Second free throw no good by Addison, but he outfights everybody, grabs his own rebound. Duncan's got it on the left side, looking for Addison. Seth Schwartzentruber into the game. Logan James is set down. Seth has it out high. Over to Duncan. We're at 30 seconds. Duncan out to Schwartzentruber, 25. Jalen Graver also in the game. Duncan's got it. We're at 20. Duncan Roy now. We're at 15. Duncan between the legs dribble over to Ethan. We are now at 10. Let's see what the Vikings get done here. Duncan going to go down the lane, lay it up, no good. He's going to be fouled with 4 seconds, and Duncan going to go to the free throw line to shoot 2.
Yeah, the Vikings didn't have Logan James in here. When Addison was at the line, I think Coach Hughes is going to give him a breather here, thinking that we would have a defensive possession. We got an offensive rebound, and Barr-Reeve did a nice job taking care of the basketball for the last 48 seconds. Duncan kind of got caught with it, did a nice job driving the ball, get to the free throw line.
Ethan's first free throw, got it. 18-12, Marquette by 6. Today's game also brought to you by the Prescription Shop, your hometown good neighbor pharmacy on State Street in Washington, and by Bill Dobson Ford. Find out why a Dobson deal is a better deal.
Important for Barr-Reeve here, last 4 seconds, not to get caught sleeping on where Fazekas is.
Duncan got the second one, 18-13. Fazekas with the catch. Behind the back, going to pull up, fire a half quarter, of course. 21-13. And Ryan Fazekas has picked up exactly where he left off in the state championship game, knocking in a shot from about 2 feet inside the half-court line at the first quarter buzzer. Unbelievable, Coach Ash.
It was not bad defense. Duncan Roy was right on him the entire way. He dribbled it up the floor.
All right, we're going to take a 1-minute timeout, and when we come back, second quarter action. You're listening to Barr-Reeve Basketball on the General. God.
Sign up to have a chance to shoot a free throw at halftime to win a $100 gift card.
21-13. 13, yep. No, Marquette 21. Yep.
Yes, yes.
Back at South Ford High School, opening possession of the second quarter. And Marquette with the basketball. Duncan Roy going to tap a pass out of bounds. And I think they may be changing the call right here.
Yep.
And they're going to say last touch by Marquette.
Well, I think Duncan deflected it, but then I think it went off of Marquette's player's foot there right at the end. Nice job by the officials getting together and making the right call.
So, 21-13. Barr-Reeve trails by 8. It's a 15-3 run to end the quarter for Marquette. And now they're going to get a foul on Cameron Hall. And it's going to be the 5th foul whistled on Marquette. And I think after that physical first quarter, the officials, they're now going to try to get things under control here.
So, yeah, I mean, Logan James is going to bring the basketball up the floor for the Vikings 90% of the time. And he's been hounded the whole quarter. And Marquette's going to continue to be more aggressive if they're not going to be calling the foul. So,
and they're going to get a late travel call on Seth Schwartzentruber right there. So turnover on Barr-Reeve. So here comes Marquette looking to move this lead to double figures.
Vikings stay in their man-to-man defense with Fazekas on the bench right now.
Heels with the basketball. And now they're going to get a travel on Marquette.
Yeah, a little bit sloppy by both teams coming out second quarter here. The first quarter started such a fast pace, both teams scoring at will on each other, and now the second quarter, first 3 possessions all ended with 3 turnovers.
So just a minute gone here in the
Vikings have their starters in the game, and Fazekas is now checked back in the game.
I think he needs more of a breather.
Yeah, he looks winded. Looks a little tired.
So tired.
I didn't think he got real good elevation on that half-court shot he made.
Logan James misses a 3, and here comes Marquette out quickly. And they're going to get a charge as Seth Schwarzentuber is going to stand in and take it. And Cameron Hall is going to...
And those are the type of plays, Mike, that you look for. You know, everybody knows about Logan James, Addison Wagler. Those are the kind of plays that these other guys can make for Barr-Reeve to take them to another level. Those little plays, you know, taking a charge, saving 2 points for the Vikings.
Here's Logan James with the basketball. Duncan Roy now with it out on the right side. Walker with it. Going to hit a back-cutting Seth Schwarzentuber for a second. Duncan Roy's going to fire a 3. It's going to be no good. Rebounded by Fazekas, and here comes Fazekas, skips it over, and Marquette going to lay it in. That's Kyron Miller. And it's 23-13 now, Marquette by 10.
You know, Mike, it's easy for us to say up here, Barr-Reeve's got to do a better job getting back on defense after a missed shot, but it's hard to do. Marquette plays at such a fast pace that they're a long rebound off a missed 3, and they're gone.
But Johnny on the spot. Schwarzentuber hits Addison Wagler. Addison lays it in, 23-15. So Barr-Reeve cut it back to 8. Heels at the basketball, guarded by Walker. Now switch, Duncan Roy, and they're going to get a foul on Duncan as he held him going down the corner, or going down the middle of the lane.
Yeah, Walker and Duncan got switched up top there, and you know, probably not a bad foul. If he was getting deep into the lane, it's probably going to end up in 2 free throws or 2 points. So fouled him a little bit early, and Marquette takes it out of bounds.
Marquette with it again. There's Fazekas, going to go down, step back, 19-footer fall away. He missed one. Hey, holy cow.
And the Viking fans are cheering.
There's Addison Wagler in the backcourt. Addison just going to handle it against pressure. That may be the answer today, because Addison, one thing he doesn't get credit for is he can handle the ball.
Yes.
He's a great passer, and this may be something that the Vikings use against the Marquette defensive pressure.
He's just a well-skilled big man all around.
Addison's got it down on the left block, turns, got it. 23-17, so the Vikings have cut it to 6.
Yeah, very important for the Vikings to get some defensive stops, get some baskets, keep pounding it down to Addison Wagler, and just try to cut into this lead before the half.
Fazekas with it again. He's going to go around everybody. And I think they're going to get that one on Duncan again. Yeah, and that's going to be on Duncan Roy. Barr-Reeve only with 2 fouls, but both of them whistled on Duncan Roy. And coincidentally, I think Fazekas is going to cause both of them, and that's probably to be expected.
Yeah, I mean, Duncan's doing as good a job as he can. He got beat off the dribble there. But, you know, you got to come up and play him tight on the perimeter. So kind of pick your poison, Mike, and he's just a handful.
Yeah. So here's Marquette with the basketball, 23-17. Marquette leads it. Peel's going to fire a 3. Got it. 26-17 now.
And even though Peels made that shot, Fazekas was the reason he got wide open. Duncan and Schwarzentuber just were trying to switch, and they got caught both on Fazekas and allowed Peels to get a wide open look.
Schwarzentuber down the left sideline. He's going to look for Connor Schwarzentuber. Seth Schwarzentuber looking for Connor. Ball's going to be kicked out of bounds by Marquette. So Barr-Reeve will retain possession. We're approaching 4 minutes left here. Logan James fires 15-footer, is going to be no good. Duncan grabs the rebound. However, Barr-Reeve with another chance. Connor Schwarzentuber going to fire a 3. It's going to be long. Barr-Reeve needs to get a 3 ball to go here to open things up.
You know, they're rushing a little bit maybe on some of their shots because Marquette's athleticism and quickness, they know if they don't take it right away, the shot's probably not going to be there.
But down the other way, Marquette going to go ahead and travel with it. That was Miller traveling with the basketball. So Barr-Reeve, with 4 minutes left here in the second quarter, going to get it back. Logan James with it. 26-17, Marquette by 9. Addison's got it on the right block. Going to spin. He's going to be hit. They're going to get him with a travel. And the Barr-Reeve fans not happy about that. That's a situation where they need to look at the lower body and not the upper body.
Yeah, he had a nice shot fake. Yeah.
And that may have been a makeup call. They're going to get Peels with a push off. Dungeon's going to stand in and kind of take the charge. Maybe a bit of a acting job right there, but I think Ethan would be a fantastic thespian one day. Good actor.
Yeah, it was a good job by Ethan, sliding his feet there, and there was a little bit of contact. Ethan went down and got the call.
So Barr-Reeve with possession. Logan James with it. Barr-Reeve will be in the bonus. Ethan Duncan. Connor Schwarzentrooper down on the left baseline. Down to Addison. Addison just backs everybody in, lays it in. 26-19. So here comes Marquette looking to extend this 17-point lead.
That's Addison's 13th point of the half, Mike. So he has been the big offensive threat for the Vikings.
And Marquette going to get a slip right there. And they're going to lay it in, 28-19. So back by 9. Connor Schwarzentrooper on the right wing. Logan James now on the left wing. Ball's going to be tapped away by Marquette. Here comes Fazekas with it. He's going to bounce it ahead. And layup is going to be good. And they're going to go to the free throw line looking to complete a three-point play. That's Malcolm Reed on the made layup. So 30-19 now.
Yeah, that's one of those situations where when Marquette gets in transition, you really like to foul them before they get a shot up, if possible. They just keep coming at you with so much speed and athleticism. They take defense and turn it into offense very quickly.
Reed knocks the free throw in, a 12-point lead now. Jalen Graber into the game. Logan James with it again. Ethan Duncan. Logan's got it in the corner. Logan has fallen down a couple of times. Addison Wagler now on the floor. And they're going to get a travel on Addison Wagler, and I have no clue how they came up with that.
No, that was a bad call, Mike. He was on the floor with the basketball but did not move or roll. I think the official just kind of anticipated that was going to happen. You can see one thing Marquette's doing on defense. They're really keying in on Logan James and taking him out of the offense. They've done a nice job.
And wide open three by Marquette's going to be an air ball, but they grab their own rebound. And they're going to knock in a three, however, off the offensive rebound, and suddenly Barr-Reeve trailing by 15. There goes Addison down the lane. He's going to be fouled and go back to the free throw line to shoot two more. Minute 56 left here in the second quarter. 34-19. Marquette leads by 15.
Yeah, Marquette has been very impressive this first half. They're making shots. Barr-Reeve has not been able to connect from long range, and that's really been the difference. Marquette's been able to make 5 threes this first half.
Addison misses
15 points.
Addison misses the first free throw long. He's got one more. Second one, got this one. 34-20. Marquette by 14. Here comes Fazekas with it. Dribble handoff. Fazekas going to fire a three. Misses this one. And Marquette going to grab the rebound. And they're going to get a reaching foul on Jalen Graber. Barr-Reeve wanted an over the back right there.
Yeah, probably not going to get that call. Marquette player just jumped up over the Barr-Reeve player and grabbed the rebound. Barr-Reeve's got to do a great job of really blocking and sealing their man out when shots go up. And that's tough. I mean, Marquette's quickness and athleticism really showing on the offensive glass.
Marquette with the basketball. Fazekas has it out high. Fazekas working on Addison Wagler. Fazekas is fade away, no good. Seth Schwarzentrooper grabs the rebound. And here comes Barr-Reeve. Coach Hughes really wanting a foul. The Marquette player had a hand in Seth Schwartzentruber's jersey, but Jalen Graber's going to be fouled going down the lane. He's going to go to the free throw line to shoot two.
That's what we need to do, Mike. You can't play timid when you're out here in a varsity basketball game against a team like Marquette. Jalen Graber drove the ball inside, kind of took a wild shot, maybe got bailed out a little bit. But again, you got to like the aggressiveness of getting the ball into the lane. Good things are going to happen.
Jalen knocks the first one in. Today's game also brought to you by K&W Fence and Candleberg, providing chain link and vinyl fencing for decks, homes, and businesses. Also by JJ's Concrete, building a strong foundation. Call JJ's at 636-0173.
Logan James back into the game for Barr-Reeve.
Jalen misses the second one. Addison grabs a rebound, lays it in. So 34-23. Let's see if Barr-Reeve can get this thing under 10 by halftime.
That's just energy and effort by Addison. He beat the block out, got the rebound, put it in.
So Marquette with it, just running some wide offense right here. Fazekas has it again. Goes around Addison Wagler. Layup's no good, but he's going to be fouled and go to the free throw line to shoot two.
Kind of a weak foul, the way the game's been called. Pretty good defense by Barr-Reeve. Fazekas just kind of fell down and got the call. And, good players, that happens sometimes. They get those calls.
They're going to get it on Jalen Graber. That's the second on Graber. Fazekas knocks the first free throw in. Today's game also brought to you by Trailer Fertilizer Service in Montgomery, proud to support the Barr-Reeve Vikings. And also by Landmark Surveying, professionals in the field. Call Landmark Surveying 257-0950. Fazekas with one more. Got the second one. 36-23. 58 seconds left here in the first half. Logan James back in the game. Down the floor, Logan with it. Duncan in the corner. Logan over to Ethan Duncan. Duncan's got it in the right corner. Down to Addison. Addison literally a quadruple team. Seth Schwartzentruber going to fire a three. This one's going to be short. Here comes Marquette with a basketball. Over 30 seconds left in the half. I doubt they will take the last shot. Peels with it in the corner. Miller has it now. Fires a three. It's going to be long. Rebounded by Seth Schwartzentruber. And with 20 seconds left in the half, Barr-Reeve will get the last shot.
Good job by Barr-Reeve blocking out, getting that rebound. Want to get a good possession here.
Logan James with it. Logan 15-footer got this one. So Marquette, I tell you what, they're just going to let the ball bounce for 5 seconds right there. They can get it at the rim that quickly. So a little bit of a break there for the Vikings. But in the first half, Ryan Fazekas picks up right where he left off in the state championship game, but quite frankly, so did Addison Wagler. But Marquette looking very impressive here in the early going. Barr-Reeve will have to play a little bit of catch-up in the second half. At halftime on the JJ's Concrete scoreboard, Marquette leading Barr-Reeve 36-25. Halftime this afternoon brought to you by the Brock Smith, Blake, and Wagler Funeral Home in Montgomery, and also by the First National Bank of Odin with locations in Odin and Montgomery. When we come back, Barr-Reeve Athletic Director Aaron Ash will have today's halftime statistics, and we'll talk about what the Vikings need to do to cut into this lead beginning the second half. All that and a whole lot more. Back to South Fort High School after this 2-minute timeout.
All right, at this time we're going to have our winner for free throw shoot.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is. They're not Bowman Academy.
They're a level below that.
Man, they're just a level below it. They're more athletic right now than what they were at the state finals last year.
Well, they just run.
Yeah.
They just sprint the floor. All
five of them. Taking Bullock off the floor, and Whitmer, for that matter.
Yeah. Marquette, 14-24. What's Addison got? Addison's got 18.
I had him for 16. We'll take 18.
Brownsburg and Penn will follow. Southport High School. You can also get a City Securities Hall of Fame Classic T-shirt for only $10 as well.
Welcome back here at halftime on the JJ's Concrete scoreboard. Michigan City Marquette leading at Barr-Reeve 36-25. With today's halftime statistics, Barr-Reeve Athletic Director Aaron Ash.
Yeah, Mike, we'll start with the Marquette Blazers, and they were led in scoring by Ryan Fazekas. He has 15 points. He was 3 for 5 from the three-point line, 2 for 4 from two-point field goals, and 2 for 2 from the free throw line for a total of 15 first-half points. Following Ryan Fazekas was Javante Pills. He was 2 for 2 from two-point field goals, 1 for 2 from the three-point field goals for 7 points. Following him, there were 2 Marquette players with 5 points, Malcolm Reed and Michael Langston. Both had 5 points. Langston also contributed 1 three-pointer in his 5 points. And then rounding out scoring was Kyron Miller with a 2-point field goal for 2 points, and Tyshawn Smallwood with a 2-point field goal for 2 points, for a total first half of 36 points for the Marquette Blazers. For the Barr-Reeve Vikings, they were led in scoring by senior post player Addison Wagler. He had 18 first half points. He was 8 for 11 from the 2-point field goal range, and he was 2 for 4 from the free throw line. Again, 18 points for Addison Wagler. And then 3 Viking players had 2 points apiece. Ethan Duncan was 2 for 2 from the free throw line for 2 points. Duncan Roy had 1 2-point field goal for 2 points. Logan James had a late field goal in the first half for 2 points. And Jalen Graber rounded out the Barr-Reeve scoring with 1 of 2 from the foul line for 1 point, for a total of 25 first half points. Mike, probably the most telling stat that I can see here on the stat sheet, Marquette Catholic 5 of 12 from the three-point line, and the Barr-Reeve Vikings 0 for 6 from the three-point line. So those stats there, you look at that, 5 three-point field goals for Marquette, none for the Vikings. The Vikings have had some nice looks. They just have not been able to connect. And for them to get back in this game, they're going to have to make some three-point shots. We saw that at the state finals last year, Mike. I remember Chris Whitmer hitting a couple big ones, Micah Bullock hitting a couple big ones. That's what it's going to take against a team like this. We have to pound the ball inside to Addison, but as we saw late in the second half, there were 4 Marquette players all prepared and surrounding him when he caught the ball in the post. So these other guys are going to have to step up and knock down open shots. Turnovers, the Vikings did turn it over 7 times. Marquette turned it over 6 times. So, there's not a big discrepancy there. So the Vikings are doing a good job, defensively of creating a few turnovers, but again, just continuing to take care of the basketball.
All right. So Vikings trail by 11, and it's almost asking a rhetorical question, but Coach Ash, if you're in the locker room right now, Coach Hughes talking to his guys, what's he saying in there right now?
It's one of those things that the guys are playing hard. They're doing a lot of good things. We saw a couple charges taken this first half. 7 turnovers. We'd like it to be under 10, but we have to understand that the level of talent that we're playing. We're getting pressed every time up the floor. Logan James has a guy guarding him the entire length of the floor, full court pressing, and we're going to turn it over. There's just no way around it. There are going to be turnovers. We just have to limit them. And I think Brian's probably telling them we've got to continue going to Addison, but these other guys, don't be afraid to take shots and make them. I mean, they make them every night in practice. Don't be afraid to get out there and take those shots. Continuing to get back in transition defense. We've given some easy baskets up. Fazekas has had some good looks. Again, that's what he's telling them. We've got to sprint back on a miss. We can't stand and watch where the rebound goes. We've got to get ourselves back on defense.
All right. We're going to take another 2-minute timeout, and when we come back, we will set up the second half action. On the JJ's Concrete scoreboard, Marquette leading Barr-Reeve here at halftime, 36-25. Back to Southport High School after this 2-minute timeout.
Nice game for Addison to have a game.
Yeah.
Against a legit opponent.
A legit opponent.
With big, good size, good athletes.
Well, all right, here getting ready for second half action alongside Barr-Reeve Athletic Director Aaron Ash. I'm Mike DeCourcy. We're at halftime. Michigan City Marquette Catholic leading Barr-Reeve by 11, 36-25. Halftime today brought to you by the Brock Smith Blake and Wagler Funeral Home in Montgomery and also by the First National Bank of Odin with locations in Odin and Montgomery. Barr-Reeve will have the opening possession of the second half, and I think what we saw in the first half will remain true here in the second, and this will probably contain an early look from Addison Wagler.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure Coach has talked to the guys at halftime. They have a set ready, set called. Try to get somebody a shot or get Addison in the post.
Logan James with it. High ball screen set by Addison Wagler. Logan with it. Between the legs dribble. Seth Schwartzentruber down to Addison. Addison down the baseline. Shot's going to be blocked. And Barr-Reeve going to get the basketball underneath their own bucket.
Yep, and the Vikings went right down to him. Now, what I've noticed here is Fazekas, who is guarding, he's not guarding Addison, and he's going to be lurking a little bit more, trying to help when Addison catches the ball in the post.
Logan James has it on the inbounds. A little bit of a zone here by Marquette, I think.
Yeah, they zoned the out of bounds, and they've switched to man-to-man here.
Okay, yeah, they have went back and matched up here. Addison Wagler's going to have it poked away, and they're going to get a foul on Malcolm Reed. That's going to be the first foul. Whistle to the half here. Second half is just 30 seconds old. Schwartzentruber with it underneath. Duncan Roy with it. Into the corner. Schwartzentruber had it for just a second.
Marquette staying in the zone this time.
Addison, his 10-footer is short, and here comes Marquette with the basketball.
And he just fell away a little bit on his shot there and came up a little bit short. Vikings in a man-to-man defense coming out in the second half.
So Marquette with it. Fazekas has it again. Little high-low. And down in the post. Maybe missed a travel. Malcolm Reed going to get away with one. And they're going to get an over-the-back foul on the rebound as Fazekas does miss another three. They're going to get that one on Kyron Miller. So 2 fouls here in the early going of the second half on Marquette.
A good job by Johnny Walker there of making contact when the shot went up and holding him off on the block out. And you can get that call. If you don't block out and you just go after the ball, you're not going to get that call.
Seth Schwartzentruber with the basketball. Logan James now standing near the center circle. Over to Seth on the right side. Logan James has it. 17-footer. This one's going to be short. There's Addison. And they're going to get a foul on the rebound on somebody. They're going to get that on Duncan Roy.
That's a big call, Mike. Duncan was a little bit away from the play. The ball kind of bounced his way, but Addison was the one that snatched it out of the air. That's Duncan's third foul, and that, Duncan's who we used to try to slow down Fazekas, and that's a big call.
So Barr-Reeve looks like they are back man-to-man. There's a lob play down to Fazekas. It's going to be no good. They're going to get a travel on Kyron Miller. These officials are travel happy today, Coach Ash.
There's a lot of whistles here in the first 2 minutes of this second half.
So no scoring here. And let's see what the Vikings try to get done here. Logan James has it out, standing near the half-court line. Left-hand dribble.
It's just so hard to run any sets against Marquette. They do a good job getting in passing lanes, making it hard to reverse the basketball.
Duncan Roy has it. Bounces it over. Addison Wagler going to go down.
Oh.
And nothing there. Thought they were going to call a foul. And Marquette out ahead. They're going to lay it in. That's Braxton Miller. Seth Schwarzentroober is going to get there in time to foul him. And he's going to go to the line looking to complete the three-point play.
Yeah, nice job by Marquette getting the ball out and sprinting up the floor. I think Vikings got caught looking for a foul on Addison Wagler's drive to the basket.
There is a conference with the officials here. Miller going to go to the line looking to complete the three-point play. Today's game also brought to you by Trailer Fertilizer Service in Montgomery, proud to support the Barr-Reeve Vikings, and by Landmark Surveying, professionals in the field. Call Landmark at 257-0950. I don't understand what the holdup here is.
Well, Mike, I think they didn't know who to call the foul on, and they did get it on the right person, Seth Schwarzentroober, and then as they went to the free throw line, they were going to give him 2 shots instead of 1. They counted the basket, which it should have been counted, but just a little confusion by the officials here.
And on the inbounds, Logan James headed up the floor. He's going to be bumped on his way down the floor. That's the 3rd foul on Marquette already. So if Barr-Reeve keeps attacking here, they're going to get the opportunity to shoot some free throws to narrow this margin.
Yeah, and Marquette is not going to stop being aggressive. You know, they've got a deep bench as well, and they're going to keep bringing pressure. And Barr-Reeve's got to keep attacking the rim.
Walker out with it on the right side. Logan James has it in the corner. Down to Duncan Roy. Roy working on Fazekas. His shot's no good. Jonathan Walker grabs the rebound. Tries to hook it in. It's no good. Addison just took it away from everybody, laid it in. So 39-27.
Nice work by the Vikings on the offensive glass, getting a couple extra shots.
Fazekas' 3 going to be short, rebounded by Addison. And here comes Logan James, and he's going to have an opportunity. Finds Walker in the corner. Walker fires a 3. We got a ball game again. 39-30. The Vikings have cut this lead inside of 10. 4 minutes, 40 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter.
Good job rebounding by Addison and getting the ball up the floor, and Walker wide open, knocked it down.
So Barr-Reeve cut it to 10. There's a turnover by Marquette. Addison Wagler tips the pass away. Here comes Logan James. Logan over to Duncan Roy. Duncan with a head and shoulder fake over to Seth Schwarzentroober. Back to Duncan. Duncan fires a 3. In and out, no good. Went all the way down, popped out. Here comes Marquette with the basketball.
It was a good look for Viking. Good look by Duncan, just in and out.
So Marquette with a 9-point lead. 4 minutes left here in the 3rd. Peels fires a 3, got it.
That's Peels' 2nd 3 on the night. And his 10th point on the night.
So 42-30 now. Logan James with it. Into the corner. Walker going to set for another 3. Got this one. 42-33, and that's one thing that the sophomore can do, and that is flat out come in and make shots. And he's made 2 big ones here to bring the Vikings to within 9.
That's why he's on the floor, Mike. That is why he's out here. That's why he earned a spot, starting spot these last couple games. He's out here to make shots, and when he's open, he's got to take them, and he can't stop. He's just got to keep looking for shooting opportunities.
Duncan going to check in for Duncan Roy. Duncan picked up his 3rd foul just a minute ago, and I'd say you're going to see Coach Hughes kind of running him in and out in opportunities like this where maybe they can hide him just for a second so he doesn't pick up that 4th foul.
Yeah, and Fazekas came out of the game as well, Mike, so it's a good opportunity for Coach Hughes to give Duncan a little break with his 3 fouls.
And Smallwood going to miss a shot. Duncan grabs a rebound right away, and here come the Vikings. Seth Schwarzentroober hits Logan James. Logan over to Duncan. Duncan fires a 3. Short, and here comes Marquette. And Marquette going to carry it right away. And a travel, it's actually going to be a travel whistled on Marquette. So Barr-Reeve will have another possession trying to cut this 9-point lead even farther.
Mike, you can see the Vikings are getting a little more comfortable. They're being a little more aggressive than they were in the first half. Players other than Addison looking to drive the basketball and looking to kick out for wide open shots. They just got to continue taking those opportunities and knocking them down.
Addison Wagler goes through everybody, and they're going to get a jump ball. And Addison, Marquette just bringing help from that weak side, and they're just going to reach in and kind of tie Addison up. So the possession arrow going to give it back to Marquette.
A very important 3 minutes here to close the third quarter out.
So Marquette with it, Miller. Just working the ball around the perimeter, and they're going to turn it over again, and here comes Logan James. Picks off the pass. Logan down, spins it, kicks it out. Walker had a three for a second. Little runner is no good. There's Addison, fights everybody, lays it in. 42-35. It's a football score, and it's a 7-point lead for Marquette. The Vikings have cut this thing even farther. Miller with the basketball over in the right corner. Tommy Wilson now with it. Miller's going to go down the lane, kick it back out. And they're going to get a foul on the floor right there as Michael Langston, who's just checked into the game, he's going to be held going down the lane. So Marquette will have it underneath their own bucket here. 2:13 left, third quarter. Vikings trailing by 7, but they are on a run. When it looked like Marquette moved that margin out to 14 a second ago, it looked like they were about to run away and hide, but Barr-Reeve just said not so fast.
And you got to be encouraged by the fight in the Vikings.
And Marquette with a drive and kick to the corner. Three's no good. Walker with the rebound. And they're going to say that he stepped on the baseline and he got bumped as he tried to dribble out. And I tell you what, that's a bad break right there for the Vikings.
Yeah, Jonathan got caught. He got a rebound under the basket, and a couple Marquette players were right there and just in a bad situation there and just kind of stepped out of bounds trying to get out of the trap.
Miller going to fire a three, and of course he knocks one in after that little interval right there. So it's a 10-point lead again for Marquette. Schwartzentruber with the basketball. There goes Walker down the lane, and he's going to be fouled on his drive to the bucket.
Well, Walker has come out this second half and been very aggressive. A little shot fake after making a couple threes and driving the ball hard to the basket and drawing a foul.
On the inbounds, Dungeon has it in the corner. Walker. Logan James going to set for three. Got it. 45-38. So the Vikings have cut it to 7. Marquette with the basketball. Minute and a half left here in the quarter. Wilson with the basketball. Going to go down. Ball's going to be on the floor for just a second. Miller with a three from the corner. Got it again. 48-38. And Barr-Reeve can't crack that 7-point barrier here in the third quarter.
Braxton Miller, just a pretty looking shot. Very good guard for Marquette. And hitting some big shots when the Vikings had a little run going, trying to cut into the lead.
And there's another turnover by the Vikings. Marquette out quickly. Ball's going to be on the floor. And they have no clue who they're going to give it to. Ball went right through Marquette's legs. It should be Barr-Reeve basketball, and they're going to give it to Marquette. 50 seconds left here in the third quarter, 48-38. Marquette by 10. Jalen Graber checked in. Seth Schwartzentruber sits down. So Marquette with the ball.
Marquette has made 8 3-point field
And
goals.
you know what they say, Aaron Ash? Ball don't lie.
Ball don't lie, and that Vikings will get that back on a turnover, Mike. But again, Marquette's made 8 3-point field goals, something that they did very well in the state tournament last year as well.
So here comes Barr-Reeve on the inbounds. 45 seconds left. Logan James with it. Logan over to Addison. Back to Logan. We are at 40. Into the corner. Jalen Graber going to fire a three. It's going to be short. Ball's tapped around on the floor. There's Addison. Spinning. Shot. Got it. 48-40. 30 seconds left. Let's see if the Vikings can get a stop right here. Into the corner. They lost Miller again. Miller's three is going to be long this time, and they're going to get a holding foul. And they're going to get it. And they're going to get it on Marquette. And Marquette was clapping. That's going to be the 5th foul. So with 20 seconds left here in the quarter, Aaron Ash, the Vikings with an 8-point deficit. But they have the possession of the basketball. And more importantly, they'll have possession of the basketball coming out in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, if Barr-Reeve can get a good look here, maybe get a basket here, and then get the ball coming out in the 4th quarter.
So there's Logan James with the basketball. And they're going to get it. I tell you what, that's a 6th foul. Marquette is holding Barr-Reeve. They're just not playing intelligent defense at all. And Barr-Reeve will be in the bonus the rest of the basketball game. Keep that in mind.
That's significant, Mike. If Barr-Reeve, Marquette's not going to stop pressuring the ball, and if the refs continue to call it a little bit tighter, Barr-Reeve's going to have a chance to make some free throws.
Coach Garlett's really, really angry with his team right now because I think he's trying to get the point across that how the game's going to be called. You can't keep grabbing. So here comes Logan with the basketball. 10 seconds left in the quarter. Logan with it. Dribbles down. Addison Wagler on the baseline. Lays it in. Good. So 3 seconds, 2, 1, and that's going to do it. So at the end of 3 quarters on the JJ's Concrete scoreboard, the Vikings have made this thing a game. Michigan City Marquette, 48. Barr-Reeve, 42. We'll be back for the 4th quarter after this 1-minute timeout. You're listening to Barr-Reeve basketball on The General. Game is 40 minutes long. I'd feel good about them doing enough dumb stuff for us to win. Well, there we go. Today's game also brought to you by the Montgomery Ruritan Club, serving Montgomery and Davies County for over 50 years, and by the Southern Indiana Spray Foam Company. All right, setting it up here to begin the 4th quarter, 48-42. Vikings trail by 6. And Barr-Reeve will have possession of the basketball. Duncan Roy back into the game. He has 3 fouls. Fazekas back in for Marquette. Logan James with it. Duncan Roy with it. Out high, Jalen Graber. Down to Addison. Back cutting, Logan James. His shot's no good. And I tell you what, he had a layup and maybe just got himself caught too far underneath the bucket.
Yeah, and I think Fazekas being in the area rushed Logan a little bit and caused the miss by Logan.
Miller going to fire a long 2, no good. Rebounded by Logan.
It's a nice block out by Logan James.
And here comes Logan with it. Duncan Roy sets for a 3. Got it! 48-45. And the Vikings have cut it to 3.
The Viking crowd really getting into it, trying to encourage their Vikings to keep fighting right now.
Fazekas with the basketball. Miller has it again. Barr-Reeve just went man-to-man here, and they've just tried to lock Marquette down in the post. Shot's going to be put up short, rebounded. Here comes Barr-Reeve again. It looked like Logan James grabbed the rebound, so 48-45. Vikings looking to get a little bit closer here. Logan has it. Left-hand dribble. Jalen Graber into the game. Ethan Duncan out high. Logan James has it down to Addison. Addison spinning. Shot off the glass. No good. There's Duncan. Lays it in. 48-47. Vikings have cut it to 1.
Nice job. Nice post move by Addison. Just missed, but great job by Duncan being ready for the weak side rebound and putback.
6:20 left. Fazekas. Oh, Ethan Duncan reached in and tapped it away. Barr-Reeve thought that Ethan got it clean.
And you can live with a foul like that, Mike. Ethan came in trying to get a steal there. Fazekas was driving, getting to the elbow area on Roy.
So here comes Marquette on the inbounds. Miller with it, out high. He's the one that kept Marquette in front in the 3rd quarter. Going to go down on the baseline. Ball's going to be tapped around. Barr-Reeve on roller skates. Logan James comes up with it. Logan out ahead, Duncan Roy. Duncan bumped, 5-footer, no good. Addison Wagler lays it in. Barr-Reeve has taken the lead, 49-48. Here comes Marquette with the basketball. Fazekas with it out high. I tell you what, Duncan Roy got out ahead right there. Maya got bumped by Fazekas, and Addison Wagler sprinting down the left side there with a tip in.
Well, it's just a different attitude. The Vikings have adjusted, and they're being aggressive. Roy taking it to the rim.
Fazekas with the three, no good. Duncan Roy grabs the rebound, hands it off to Duncan, and here comes Barr-Reeve with a 1-point lead in the ball. Duncan with the basketball. Logan James has it. Duncan on the left side down to Addison. Addison off the glass, no good. Out muscles everybody, lays it up, no good, but Addison going to go to the free throw line, and he'll shoot 2 shots.
Addison sitting at 28 points for the night for the Vikings, 18 in the first half. And he's got 10 here in the second half. I mean, I don't know what to say about him tonight, Mike. He's been just fantastic.
A monster. So Addison at the free throw line, Barr-Reeve by 1. First free throw, got it. 50-48 now, Barr-Reeve by 2. Addison with 1 more. 50-48, 5:18 left in the basketball game. Addison's second free throw, got this one as well, 51-48. Vikings by 3, here comes Marquette. Fazekas with the basketball. And Viking fans wanting a carry, none going to be called. On the floor, Peel's shot, no good. Duncan Roy grabs the rebound, hands it back to Logan. Let's see what Barr-Reeve tries to get done right here. 5 minutes left to go exactly.
Coach Hughes calling a set out for the Vikings.
Duncan on the right side. Duncan Roy has it. There's Jalen Graber out. Ethan Duncan going to fire a 3. Going to be long. Here comes Fazekas with the rebound. Fazekas with it. Guarded by Duncan Roy. 4.5 minutes left to go. Braxton Miller with it. Guarded by Logan James.
Marquette slowing down a little bit, calling a set out, trying to get a good shot here.
There's Peels with the basketball, looking down. Smallwood. Addison Wagler's just going to step around him and take it away.
Nice job by Addison. Just kind of a lazy pass by Marquette, trying to get it in the post.
Logan James with it. Duncan Roy. 5-footer, floater, got it. Duncan with a nice move down the lane. Barr-Reeve suddenly leads it by 5. 4 minutes to go. So here's Miller with the basketball, going to go down, skip it out. Peel's going to fire a 3. It's going to be long. Rebound's going to be long. Marquette with it in the corner. Marquette going to fire a 3 on the rebound. It's no good. Rebounded by Jalen Graber, and here comes Logan James with it. So 3:40 left to go. Barr-Reeve by 5 with the basketball. Jalen with it down to Duncan Roy. Duncan layup, got it. He just scored right over Fazekas, 55-48. And I tell you what, that's as fired up as I've ever seen Brian Hughes, pumping a fist. And Coach Donovan Garlitz wants a timeout. I tell you what, let's go ahead and keep it right here. He just wants a 30. 3:32 left, 55-48, Vikings by 7.
Mike, I think they're in a little shell shock right now. I think, going into half, they felt really good about the game, really good about themselves, and thought it was just going to be a cakewalk this second half. And the Vikings have been the better team this second half. There's no other way to put it. Marquette is not making as many threes. Miller's made a couple. You can just see in their huddle. They're kind of shell shocked right now.
Today's game also brought to you by Traylor Chiropractic. Dr. Adam and Dr. Amber are proud to offer hometown chiropractic care in downtown Montgomery. Call Traylor Chiropractic at 486-2577 for a drug-free treatment that works out the pain. Traylor Chiropractic on Main Street in Montgomery, proud to support the Barr-Reeve Vikings. All right, so Marquette with the basketball. Barr-Reeve, I've lost track of the run here. I think Marquette with a 48-38 lead. This is a 17-0 Barr-Reeve run.
Yeah, it's unbelievable against a team of Marquette's caliber to have a run like this.
Fazekas with the basketball, going to go down the lane, picked away. Here comes Logan James with it. So Logan down on the right side. He's going to be bumped, and Logan going to go to the free throw line to shoot 1 in the bonus with 3:14 left.
A heady play by James there, taking it. He was kind of getting trapped on the sideline, and he knew that the Marquette player could not slide over and get set for the charge, so he just went right into his leg and went down and got the call, and he's going to get a 1-and-1 free throw here.
So Logan at the free throw line. 3:14 left to go. That's the 9th foul whistled on Marquette. Logan's free throw, got it. 56-48. Vikings by 8. Logan with one more. Bounces it a few times, spins it once. Second one, got it. 57-48, Vikings by 9. 3 minutes, 10 seconds left to go in the basketball game. Barr-Reeve still man-to-man. Miller with it. And I tell you what, there's an offensive foul, and Tyshawn Smallwood, he is just absolutely going to level. Was that Ethan?
That was Seth Schwartzentruber.
Seth Schwartzentruber takes the second charge of the game. So with 3 minutes left, he just stood in and took it. And Barr-Reeve will get possession of the basketball again. And here comes Marquette in some full court pressure. Logan James with it. Logan over to Ethan Duncan. Into the corner. Duncan Roy has it. Duncan going to dribble it out, give it off to Schwartzentruber. Logan James with it. Duncan Roy's got it now. Back out to Duncan.
Working some clock right here. You know, they know they're not going to be a hold.
And they're going to foul Ethan Duncan with 2:35 left. That's Javante Peels. So Duncan going to go to the free throw line in every free throw situation from here to the rest of the game. Jeff Haney, a 2-shot foul. And Peels, that's going to be his 4th, I believe.
And the Vikings are in the double bonus. You know, they're going to work clock here, Mike. They're going to take opportunities if they're given, you know, taking the ball to the basket.
Duncan
It's a free throw contest right now for the Vikings.
Duncan rolls it in, 58-48. It's a 10-point lead. If you're keeping track at home, that is a 20-0 Barr-Reeve run. Duncan's second one. Rolls in and out, no good. Here comes Marquette with the basketball. Fazekas down quickly. Ball's going to be tapped away from him by Duncan Roy. So 2.5 minutes left, 58-48, Vikings by 10. Marquette with it underneath their own basket. Miller with it. Ball's going to be on the floor. Shot is finally good by Smallwood. Lays it in. And Ethan Duncan with it. And Duncan going to break the pressure, bring it up, pick it up. Out to Addison Wagler. Addison fouled, no call. Logan James has it now. Approaching 2 minutes left here in the game. Duncan Roy now with it. Duncan between the legs over to Seth Schwartzentruber.
All right, he's got to do a good job of taking care of the basketball.
Duncan going to be fouled with 1:59. Duncan going to go to the free throw line to shoot 2.
Again, Mike, Barr-Reeve has to convert these because Marquette can score in a hurry.
That's 2 minutes left to go here, and I think this is going to be a game with a lot of possessions left. Anyhow, Duncan at the free throw line. He's going to shoot 2. Ethan there. His free throw. First one is short. He's got one more.
Ethan's played some valuable minutes tonight. You know, he's a good foul shooter. He's just got to step up there with confidence and knock these down.
Duncan's second free throw. Got this one. 59-50. Vikings by 9. Here comes Marquette in a hurry. Miller's got it. Miller's going to back up. Fazekas, little head and shoulder fake. Fire a 17-footer. It's going to be, bounces in and good. And Marquette going to get a quick timeout. So it's going to be a 30-second timeout. We'll go ahead and keep it right here. 1:50 left. 59-52. Vikings by 7, Barr-Reeve in the double bonus. And if your coach Hughes right here in this huddle, what are you talking about, Aaron Ash?
Well, you are taking care of the basketball. And you've got 1:50 here. You're shortening your passes. You're taking care of the basketball. And you're going to get fouled. You have to understand we've got timeouts to use if we need them. If we get in trouble, call a timeout. Do not risk a turnover in this situation. Mike, that was Fazekas' first points in the second half. So the Vikings have done a nice job. Nice job on him. Fazekas is out of the game now, putting a little quicker, more athletic team on the floor for Marquette, trying to create some turnovers here.
So 1:50 left. Barr-Reeve with the basketball. Michigan City will have the possession arrow in case there is a tie-up. Logan James with the basketball on the inbounds. And Logan down the floor over to Dungeon, pops back out and gets it. Logan with it. Logan down the lane, kicks it back out to Dungeon. Logan's got it again. We're at a minute and a half left. Logan just playing a little dribble tag. Over to Seth Schwartzentruber. Seth with it. Over to Duncan Roy. And they're going to tap it out of bounds. Barr-Reeve has already ran 30 seconds off the clock. Minute 21 left in the game.
Nice job by Barr-Reeve taking care of the basketball, cutting 30 seconds off the clock.
And they're going to get a foul on the inbounds. I tell you what, that looked like a train wreck. He had about 5 bodies on the floor. They're going to get it on Cameron Hall. And I think Logan is going to shoot the 2 free throws.
Yeah, I just holding and pushing, Mike, and that's easy call for the officials. Looks like Fazekas and Miller are going to come back in the game for offense for the Marquette team.
So Logan James at the free throw line. Bounces it. First one is up. Got it. 60-52. Vikings by 8. Fazekas and Miller back in. Hall and Wilson sit down for Marquette.
James' 8th point on the night.
Logan with one more. Logan at the free throw line. Bounces it. Spins it. Second one. Got it. 61-52. Minute 20 left. Here comes Marquette. Barr-Reeve. Let's get one stop here. Miller with the basketball. Going to go down the lane. Lay it up. Got it. So 61-54. Addison with it on the inbounds. And Addison with it. And Coach Hughes going to take a timeout. And that's smart. Minute 5 left. 61-54. Brian Hughes is taking a timeout. This will allow Marquette to reset their defense, but it's also going to reset the 10-second rule in the backcourt, Aaron Ash. It's going to let any ball handlers that he wants into the game onto the floor, and, not a bad timeout at all.
No, that's why he's sitting on 499 wins. He saw the Vikings were in trouble. He had 4 timeouts remaining. He came down to the official. That was on his end. Called timeout. Saved his team a turnover. He just did not want to put his guys in a situation where we were rushing to get it across half court. Again, a minute and 5 left. The Vikings still have timeouts to use if they get in trouble. They just got to take care of the ball and make free throws.
So resetting the situation. 1 minute and 5 seconds left to go in the basketball game. Vikings lead by 7, 61-54. Barr-Reeve will have possession of the basketball. Barr-Reeve is in the double bonus, so every foul will result in 2 shots. The possession arrow is in favor of Michigan City Marquette, so any tie-up will be a turnover and give Marquette possession of the basketball. So let's see what Coach Hughes drew up right here. If there's anything to draw up, or just make good hard cuts and get open. There's Logan James with the basketball. Good screen by Seth Schwartzentruber. Logan with it. And he's going to be fouled. And with a minute left, Logan going to go to the free throw line and shoot 2.
Marquette's not happy, but it's an easy call for the official. I mean, when you're guarding trying to press a guy and you bump him and he falls to the ground, you have to call a foul.
So a minute exactly left to go in the game. 61-54. Vikings by 7.
That's Cameron Hall's 5th foul on the night, so his afternoon is finished for the Blazers.
So Logan at the free throw line. He's going to shoot 2 more. Logan's first free throw is up. Got it again. 62-54. Vikings by 8. 1 minute to go.
And Mike, if you could pick one player for the Vikings to put on the foul line, it's James.
Logan at the free throw line. Got number 2, 63-54. Minute left. Here comes Miller with the basketball. And Miller, tell you what, almost a foul right there. And Fazekas just going to lose it, and Logan James picks it up. Logan's going to be fouled with 51 seconds to go. Logan James going to head back to the other end and shoot 2 more free throws, and Fazekas going up in the air right there, and just flat out, the ball slipped out of his hands.
Yeah, I think Fazekas is claiming he was fouled in that situation, pointing to his wrist to the official, pleading his case, but to no avail. I think James had a nice little strip there. and 2 more free throws.
So Logan back at the line. Free throw, got it. 64-54.
It's James' 7th free throw here in the second half, so he's kind of made a living at the foul line here.
Logan with another one. Got it. 65-54. Barr-Reeve by 11. 50 seconds left to go in the game. Miller with the basketball, going to go down. Fazekas out by the volleyball line, fires a long three and got it. And Donovan Garlett's going to call a timeout. So 42.3 seconds left to go. Barr-Reeve still on top by 8, 65-57.
Looks like they're going to put a few more seconds to the clock.
They're add a couple seconds to the clock right there. It's going to be a full timeout. We're going to go ahead and keep it right here. Once again, let's go ahead and reset the situation. Vikings lead it by 8, 65-57. 44.5 seconds left. They just added 2.2 seconds to the clock. Barr-Reeve with possession of the basketball. They will be in the double bonus. And once again, if there is a tie-up, Michigan City Marquette Catholic will have possession of the basketball.
Again, I think you'll see the Vikings trying to get the ball to Logan James. He's been the guy at the foul line these last several possessions. I think you'll see him try to get the ball. Again, 44 seconds. Marquette's probably going to try to get a trap, a turnover, but if they don't get something immediately, you're going to see them foul.
Barr-Reeve will be able to run the baseline right here. I think Coach Hughes and the Vikings, 3 timeouts remaining. There's Logan James with it. And he's going to be fouled instantly. So 41.9 seconds left. Just 2.5 seconds go off the clock. But Logan going to go back to the other end to shoot 2 more free throws.
You know, the Vikings still only have 4 team fouls, Mike, so I know you're up 8, but it wouldn't be a terrible idea here if you use a couple fouls in a situation. We're under 50 seconds here.
Logan with his first free throw miss. It rolls in and out. He's got 1 more. 41.9 seconds left. 65-57. Barr-Reeve by 8. Logan's second one. Got this one. 66-57. Here comes Miller with the basketball. They're just running it into the front court. Peel's going to travel and get away with it. Miller down on the left side. Shot's going to be blocked by Duncan Roy, and they're going to call a foul.
Good job by Miller creating the contact. I thought Duncan was in decent position, but
that's a 4th foul on Duncan Roy, and Coach Hughes says use your head, and the Barr-Reeve fans not happy with the call. They thought that was a clean block by Duncan going around the corner.
Yeah, he definitely had it clean up top. I think the official called more of the body for that foul. Duncan's 4th foul.
So Miller misses the first free throw, however. He's got 1 more. 34.8 left. Vikings by 9. Miller's second free throw. Got this one. 66-58. And Duncan having a little bit of a hard time getting the basketball inbounds. Going to go ahead and call a timeout.
Marquette did a better job preventing Logan James from getting the basketball there. Nice job by Duncan recognizing the count there and just calling a timeout. We've still got a few timeouts left. Vikings have 2 timeouts left.
And something Coach Hughes has done on these inbounds sets, Coach Ash, I don't even want to call them sets. He's moved the guys up the floor a little bit. And what you're seeing, I think, is the Vikings are just running their inbound sets, 30 or 40 feet off the baseline and giving their guards room to cut and get open. And that's allowed Logan to make cuts and get open and many trips to the free throw line here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Mike. And a lot of times Logan will go set a screen and roll back or act like he's screening and slip just to cause a little confusion for Marquette. And he's just such a heady player. He's done a nice job getting himself open.
So here's Duncan with the basketball. And there's Logan James. Duncan Roy's got it. They're going to foul him right away. So with 33 seconds left, Dunk's going to go back to the free throw line to shoot 2.
The Vikings have done a nice job here late in the game, taking care of the ball and getting free throws. At least getting yourself to the line. They haven't made all the free throws, but we're not turning the ball over. And the Vikings are doing a good job shortening passes, meeting passes, and being strong with the basketball.
And that's going to be on Kyron Miller, and that's going to be his 5th foul. So Dunk with 2 free throws, 33 seconds left to go in the game. Duncan Roy's first free throw. Got it. 67-58. Vikings by 9. Coach Hughes moves everybody off the line. Dunk with 1 more to try to move the margin to 10. Second free throw. Got this one as well.
Duncan's 11th point on the night.
68-58. Barr-Reeve by 10. There's Miller with the basketball. Fazekas has it. Fires a 3. Rolls off. No good. Ball's tapped around. Logan James with the rebound. And Logan is fouled with 20 seconds left. And I tell you what, with 20 seconds left to go, I'm going to go ahead and pronounce it. Coach Brian Hughes will win his 500th game here this afternoon at Southport Fieldhouse.
What a special time for Coach Hughes. You know, I talked to him before the game. This is one of his favorite gyms in the state of Indiana. And for him to get number 500 and to get it against a team like Marquette is just phenomenal.
Logan knocks the first free throw in, 69-58.
You know, Mike, you look across, you see Brian's mom and dad, you see his brother here, you know, a lot of family here for Coach Hughes, his wife, his daughters.
Logan knocks the second one in, 70-58. So Miller going to fire one from the volleyball line. It's going to roll off, no good. Ball's tapped around. Logan's going to come out with it. Logan splits the trap, and with 10 seconds left, Barr-Reeve just going to go ahead and dribble this one out. And for the second time this week, the Vikings, I think Logan must have looked at the clock wrong. he just walked away and kind of picked the basketball back up and double dribbled it. I think the Marquette kid gave him a 5, kind of slapped him on the backside, and he thought the game was over. So anyhow, Coach Garwood's down. Classy move. Congratulating Coach Hughes on win number 500. And I tell you what, the Vikings do it in style today. The final on the JJ's Concrete scoreboard. Barr-Reeve wins it over Michigan City Marquette Catholic, 70-58. And to tell you what happened here this afternoon, the fortunes and the roles reversed so quickly. Barr-Reeve trailed by 14 early in the second half, and Coach Brian Hughes and the Vikings went on a 20-0 run. They took a 48-38 deficit and turned it into a 58-48 margin.
Neat scene for Coach Hughes there.
Yeah, he's showing emotion.
Yeah.
Brian Hughes is showing emotion, ladies and gentlemen.
Gave his mom and dad a hug as he walked off the floor. He's going to go address his team, and then I'm sure he'll be up here to hug more of his family members. Just an awesome, awesome moment here and scene in Southport.
All right. Well, we're going to go ahead and take a timeout. When we come back, we're going to have about the happiest postgame that you could ever have, Aaron Ash. Once again, Barr-Reeve wins it today in the Class 1A state championship game rematch. They knock off Michigan City Marquette Catholic 70-58. We'll be back for the postgame show after this timeout. Just give us 2 minutes right here, Caleb, and will that take care of everything? Okay.
Screwed up our celebration. That screwed up our celebration for next Friday. We will. We'll do it before the game. It'll work out good. Larry and Cindy, they got that Williams brothers.
You need to show him the picture of it.